Costing for decision-making purposes. After the presentation, the audience will be able to understand what is full costing, its advantages and disadvantages, what is marginal costing, its advantages and disadvantages, and what is relevant costing, its advantages and disadvantages, what is budgeting, what are the types of budgets and budgeting techniques, what are advantages and disadvantages associated with budgeting. Full costing, also called as absorption costing. This is managerial accounting tool in which cost associated with the production process is accumulated and apportioned to the single product. Evaluation of the inventory presented in the statement of financial position is made through this method. Full costing. Advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. Importance of fixed cost is not underestimated. Fractious losses, accumulation of inventory due to seasonal sales, can be avoided using this method. All the costs are being reflected in the inventory, making more practical method of costing. Disadvantages. Does not help in controlling the cost as no detailed costing is carried out. It's difficult to accept a special order as only variable cost will be incurred for special order. No analysis can be carried out using this method. This method cannot be used as managerial method for decision making. Marginal costing. Marginal costing is a method of costing in which variable cost is first accounted for, net result after variable cost is contribution margin, subsequently fixed cost is adjusted against contribution. This can be presented through a formula. Marginal costing. Advantages. It is a good method for decision making as fixed costs are unavoidable cost and special orders can be accepted easily. No concept of over or under absorption of overheads. For analyzing the relationship between profit and different costs like fixed and variable, this method can be used. Cost can be controlled easily as a more clear picture come out under this method. Disadvantages. Segregation of fixed and variable cost is sometimes very difficult. For a complex production process or where number of products is large, cost can be allocated easily. Not an acceptable method for authorities. Sometimes that method gives unrealistic results. The two tables show the comparison of marginal costing versus absorption costing. Relevant costing is a method of costing in which only we do not consider past or sunk cost for decision making. It helps in elimination the unnecessary data, irrelevant costs, that can complicate our decision making, following a sum of types of relevant cost and irrelevant cost. Conclusion. Both the methods marginal costing and relevant costing are good methods depending upon the type and nature of the organizations or projects. However, they provide some guidelines to the organizations to move further with some proper analysis.